Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. How are you all? I believe that my friends had a very nice weekend and you have enjoyed a lot. Next week, that means this week has opened. This is the CPI week. So, not going to go for the pre-market analysis. That's why I came a little later. I mean, around 9:15. Because didn't want to do the pre-market analysis. All I have done by the weekly analysis video. Just watch that on. I hope that the whole week plan you will get from there. By the way, you can hear me or not, let me know that. That was the buy side liquidity, sell side liquidity. I have outlined around 8, around 8 here when market was there I guess. Yeah, around 8 or 9. I outlined this buy side and sell side liquidity and told that this is gonna be your London session. If market go above this new week opening gap high, then it will go for that buy side liquidity. And after taking that buy side liquidity, it will fall. Sorry guys, it will fall for this sell side liquidity. So as you can see, market perfectly went higher around 2 a.m. New York local time. It started to go higher, take that buy side liquidity, then fall, dramatically fall for that sell side liquidity. We have tried to take that entry, and my intention was that market will reach at least until this new week opening gap low. I also told that that is the destination in my Discord. So I really don't want to see that market will fall before tapping to this new week opening gap low, at least to this low. In short, if you ask me what is my bias, I'm not expecting any kind of expansion today. I wanna see the range bound market, which is called the traditional accumulation. So today I'm expecting traditional accumulation, not big run. Okay, it will be like range bound, something like that. I don't wanna see that market will go below the Friday low or something. But in the meantime, I believe that manipulation has done already today. This is the manipulation which is done by today. So tomorrow, that means Tuesday, I'm not expecting that market will go for high again. It will actually fall and it will go for some kind of liquidity. If you have already watched the liquidity around this area, whatever I have talked about in our weekly analysis video, you already know that that will be my target and market will go for that. That is my first intention to see. From 15-minute chart, I want to show you something that things I keep talking about. Now, if you are with me in Friday PM session around there, okay, I was bearish. Why I was bearish? Because that thing is so precise. Consequent crossment rejection. I don't like it. If market reverse from to the top, exactly to the top, exactly to the consequent crossment, exactly to the bottom, I don't like it. So all I want to see when I'll see, I mean, I will talk about this, you'll understand. I mean, that will be very well known to you. Consequent enforcement rejection, top rejection. Consequent enforcement rejection, bottom rejection. Top rejection, consequent enforcement rejection. Uh, so what to say? I mean, top rejection, bottom rejection, something like that. So one rejection from a fair value gap, I'm not happy to see that. Okay. So here it has rejected from that consequent enforcement, come back again to the top. I need this, that top rejection. How far this rejection can reach? Not going to add something new. Already, you already know that what is the balanced price range. Now, according to a lot of people, this is the balanced price range. Okay, so they say this is the balanced price range. In my opinion, this is not the balanced price range yet. If market go over there, reject from the bottom or to the consequent crossment, not to the top, not above this, not above the consequent crossment, exactly to the bottom or to the top, then reject, and take some kind of liquidity, this low, that low, relatively equal lows, take some liquidity, then and only then this is going to be my balanced price range. That means next time when market will come here, either it will go through this with speed. Whenever it will come very near to this, I will expect that market will go through this with this type of candle. See this big candle, something like that, that type of candle. If it fail, then it's my traditional resistance. That means market will like work like this way lot of time by using this fair value gap. But this is all going to happen after taking the liquidity from rejected either to the consequent crossment, from the consequent crossment, or from the bottom. If it reject from there and take the liquidity, now liquidity taken can be a lot of things, okay, but it has to take some kind of uh, swing low which is very clean swing low, or maybe relatively equal lows, or maybe it will fall more, okay, it will fall more. I mean, whatever it is, I need to see it has taken some liquidity, then and only then this is gonna be my balanced price range. And in the next time, either it will go through this with the speed, or it will keep support this fair value gap as a resistance. Now this is not something very new, we have already talked about this lot of time in our life, but it's been like 1 year I don't talk about the balanced price range. So I just wanted to add this on. So what, how far this market can go until the low of this area. In the meantime, if you take a closer look, high, low, higher high, the lowest down close body close candle is my breaker block. Now why is that breaker block? Because this is all time high, this is the highest high in Nasdaq's life, there is no other high above this high. So I have the joker here. Okay, I keep saying this. I have the joker here. If you know how to play the card, playing card, you know what is joker. Now, when I have the joker, I can make it anything I want to. So I will say that this high has actually filled an unfilled fair value gap. But brother, there is no fair value gap. There is nothing, brother. It's all time high. There is nothing. You can say, I mean, from 15-minute chart, and if you take a closer look, not from 50 minutes, from every time frame, okay, just look over here, nothing at all. So this is my joker, whatever I want to say I can say. This is the order block, yes sir, that is the order block, that highest up close body close candle of the consecutive candles, they are the order block, 100% they are the order block. Breaker block, 100% breaker block. Mitigation block, yes sir, mitigation block. Anything you want to make, you can make, because you have the joker, so you have the highest power over here. So I am observing these three down close body close candle, which are the consecutive breaker block. The lowest one is the most powerful one. In the meantime, I want to see if it can reach until this balanced price range low, at least to the low before falling again. That dotted line is the 50% between minus 2.5 standard deviation, minus 1.5 standard deviation. If you go to your daily chart, as you can see, how this dotted line is holding the price. Okay, now you can say this is hindsight, sir, I have marked this dotted line long time ago, long time ago, okay? How it is holding this price, I want to see it will hold the price and send it lower. You know what I'm looking for. Obviously you have to watch that weekly analysis video, otherwise this all will go above your head. So I'm going to remove this sell side liquidity which I have marked long time ago, and that buy side liquidity is going to be removed from my chart. All I want to see, at least it will reach for this new week opening gap. If it is overzealous, maximum it will reach until this gap, that gap, okay, exactly to that gap, and then market will fall again. I have the sell side liquidity here, clean trend. I don't mark this type of trend line liquidity, but that was as clean as, what to say, I mean, no word to say over here. That was very clean, that very clean trend line liquidity. So I just marked it as my liquidity, but actually I have this liquidity as well. So this low and that low, they are the relatively equal lows. In my opinion, that is the random reversal. So I want to see this market will fall again, at least for this hourly fair value gap. Over here we have this propulsion block here, which is from the weekly chart. So far I remember that propulsion block, that black line, and below this I have this sell side liquidity as well, which is the obvious liquidity. I'm not I'm expecting that I'm not expecting that market will fall for this sell side liquidity. We will observe the market actually after the effect. So right now my intention is that sell side liquidity until it's not taken. I'm not interested to look for long. My overall bias is bullish. It doesn't mean that Monday will open and it will start to go higher. It's not something like that. Okay? So that's all. Though I told that I'm not interested to talk about the pre-market analysis, but I talked a little. So we'll see how it is going to work. Guys, don't forget to push the like button if you don't mind. It's something I really love to see. A lot of likes over there. Yeah, that's all, man. Good morning, GN1313. By the way, what's your real name, brother? Muhammad Umar. Thank you for the penguin, man. I'm getting older. Yesterday, after taking the shower, when I stood in front of my mirror, I saw a big, long, okay, long white hair on my head. And I was just feeling like, what the hell, man? I immediately removed that hair from my head. Oh, man, I'm getting older. I'm too old to push the button. No, man, don't say like that way. Hey, Jack T. Thanks, T. You're most welcome. Sharda, hey, brother, how are you? Only downhill from here, Tito. I'm expecting that, but to be honest, before that, I want to see it will reach at least until the new week opening gap low. So until that low of that new week opening gap, I want to see it will come back at least until this low. Then we'll see. But before that, what else it can do? It can take that sell side liquidity, then it can reverse. It is also possible. And if you look over here in 15-minute chart, actually this is 9:30, so this is the whole messy price action. This is the order block, lowest down close body close candle, which is the order block. If you mark the 50% of that order block, we'll see. Okay. I really want to see it will reverse from that new week opening gap low at least. Okay. But overall, I want to see market will fall today. And not fall, it will be accumulation, not fall. Okay. Not fall exactly. I'm going to remove this sell side liquidity level because that was too obvious. Market has taken that. This candle will close one tick above that candle. I'll take the buy from this candle. If it can close one tick above that candle. And yeah, obviously, before tapping over there to that specific candle, if it tap to this low, I'm not going to take that buy. Okay? So if it failed to, okay, it has actually tapped to the low. So I have no opportunity to take the buy. If it could close one tick above that high, I would go for that buy from this order block. Took the partial here, hold my trade until the high of this new opening gap. As it has reached already to the top, I'm not interested to take any kind of buy when market is below this new week opening gap. No buy I'm interested at all. I mean getting older, not the chart lol. Oh, okay. That's cool, man. Native abilities. So today we will look for sell only. No, we are not looking for sell only. We are looking for accumulation only. Not like expansion. Accumulation. That means not only sell, not only buy. It will be range bound, something like that. It will fall, it will go higher. It will fall, it will go higher, something like that. So reached until that opening gap low. I believe that it has leave a little portion open. So I'll mark a line over there, and let me actually mark two line, one, and going to remove that thing. That portion of the opening gap is still open. Tap to the new week opening gap 50%. Can it fall now? This is the fair value gap. Is that first presented, by the way? Uh, 20. No, it's not the first presented gap. I'm not going to mark it. If anyone would love to use this one, you can use this one as per ICT. This is the first presented gap. I'm not going to mark it as it is not 5 handle. Exactly, it has to be 5 handle. One tick less than 5 handle, I'm not interested to mark it. So I will wait for the first presented gap. If I get it, I'm gonna look for that. No buy is valid. See what happened here. Reached until this area, this is the reaction. So even if it would love to go higher, look at that reaction. I don't like that reaction. That's why if I could take the buy from this down close body close candle, I would take a partial here. I would hold my trade until the high. In the meantime, I will trail my stop loss. And as you can see, it's written over there. First presented fair value gap according to me. So don't get confused. Don't think that I'm actually misleading you. I'm not misleading you actually. What else can happen? I can be very unlucky. Maybe market don't tap to this gap. It is also possible to happen. Okay. Sometimes shit happens. Okay. I'm already in the market. Going to put my stop loss over here. If next candle can close, any of the candle can close below this black candle, one tick below that candle, my stop loss will be one tick above that candle, just one tick above that candle. If any of the candle can close one tick below this candle. You don't need it, but I will go like that. That small line, I don't know, can you see it or not? That small line, that is the 8:30 open. So that is also my strong area. Strong area. If it can tap over there, that is also acceptable. But to be honest, I want to see constant crossment rejection, low rejection of that first presented gap. So it has been rejecting from this constant crossment. Next time, I want to see it will reject from the low of this first presented gap. So that is my intention to see. If one candle can close one tick above that high, I should go for the buy, but I'm not going to take the buy because it is below the new week opening gap. So I'm not going to take the buy from that area. So I'll let it go. And then I will try to catch the price action entry instead of that first presented gap entry. But I believe that it will provide me at least 25 handle before even going higher. That is my intention to see. Let's see if this line, that small line, can hold the price, send it lower again. So this line is 8:30 open. I really would love to see some kind of reaction from that line. My first intention to see a body close below the consonant crossment of that fair value gap. See this consonant crossment? I want to see a body close below this consonant crossment now. What is my confidence? My confidence is it has been rejecting from the new week opening gap low and the consonant crossment. So both of this area is providing the confidence to me that market should fall because of the reaction. It should keep falling and it should reach at least to the low of this fair value gap. That is my intention. I mean, sorry, confidence. That is the confidence area which is providing me. But at the meantime, as I told, if it can close one tick above that first presented gap, I should look for the reverse. I mean, reverse entry. I am not going for that as it is below the new week opening gap. In the meantime, if any of you would love to go for the buy, please go for that. Just don't blame me later. Brother, I took the sell because you are looking for sell. So please don't blame me for that, okay? What I'm feeling good, I'm going for that. If you don't feel good, don't go for that. That's all. I'll go for that. As this candle has closed one tick above that new week opening gap, I mean little above that new week opening gap low, I will go for that trade at least until 25 handle, which will be here, 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 and I'll close my trade to that top of this, sorry, to the bottom of this balanced price range. By the way, if it take me, then if it doesn't take me, bad luck. I'm letting my frustration go by this tool, okay? Because my mind is telling me to take the buy from this new opening gap low because it is a perfect support area. I don't want to take it because market can come back again for this first presented gap. So if I miss this trade, I'll be I let my frustration go by this tool. Just all. That's all. Nothing else. Take me, my boy, take me. No way. Please. Are you kidding me? Okay. This entry is going to be according to the price action. So until now I tried the first presented cap. Now I'll try the price action entry. This is the first entry according to the price action. So if it can provide me the entry opportunity, I'll go for that. The stop loss will be one tick above this new week opening gap high, just one tick above that high. So something like here. And target profit is gonna be this area if it takes me actually. Market went higher, take the buy side liquidity, gave me the market structure shift, fair value gap, 22 YT model. This is my higher time frame PDRA, which is the new week opening gap, fair value gap. If it take me, I'll go for this liquidity first. I mean, this relatively equal was there, but in the meantime, I'll try to take some partial if it take me. I wanna see an entry within three handle. I mean, within five handle. Sorry, within three candle. Five candle. Within three candle. One, two, three. This is the first candle. In the next two candle, If it provide me that entry, I'll go for that. Next two candle. This is the second candle. Right now the candle is the second candle. So if I get the entry by the next candle, I'll go for that trade. I know I took a little risk. I should not take the sell above the first presented gap, but I'll go for that. Risky entry. Stop loss is a small 11 handle actually, so still cool. One body will close below that line. My stop loss will be above that candle. That highest up close body close candle, just above that candle. So it will be like here. It will be here. One candle will close below that line. If it doesn't, then nothing to do except the loss. Today is the accumulation day, and as I told, it's gonna be the consolidation. So be careful about that. Today's price action is gonna be too hard. If you have already watched my weekly analysis video, you already know that. So the good day for trading this week is Wednesday and Thursday. Honestly, just the body close one tick below that line. Just one tick below that line. That's all. My stop loss will be there. Not there exactly. There. There. See this light, these candles here around this area. 20 candle. I'll take the partial over there. These two should work as a consecutive order block. If they fail to worked as a consecutive order block now, according to the price action. Okay, this entry is according to the price action, not according to the first presented gap. So this is the first, the price action entry, not the first entry was according to the first presented gap. According to the first presented gap, this is the entry depending on the price action. Market went higher, took the liquidity, traded this new week opening gap perfectly, gave me the market structure shift, fair value gap, I took the entry from the fair value gap, made the order block. I want to see this order block is going to hold the price. So my stop loss is one tick above that consecutive order block. What is the maximum line market can go below? See, this middle line is actually below this fair value gap, just below that fair value gap. So until the below that fair value gap one more time, I'll accept the price to reach. Body should not close inside this gap anymore, because that is the min threshold of that consecutive order block. It is little risky because I took the sell when market is above the first presented gap. So it's really too risky, because until this gap is not broken, I should not go for the trade. So I just trailed my stop loss to first, make it 8 handle stop loss, because I took my sell when market was above the first presented gap. So it can hold the price, send it higher, 25 handle. It can provide me that 25 handle. So now I took the rebuy. If I put my stop loss over there, still if my stop loss is over there, it could provide me that 25 handle. So I took little risk here because market is above that first presented gap. But according to the price action, I'm confident that market will fall. That is my confidence. Okay. So that's why I go for this one. If this candle can close one tick below this line, I'll get my propulsion block. So I'll trail my stop loss much more lower. This is the order block. This will be my propulsion block. If it can close one tick below that line, then I'll be able to move my stop loss little more. I hope that you got the point. That was the first presented entry. This is the price action entry. It didn't close this propulsion block, so I'm not moving my stop loss. By the way, what is that? If it close one tick below this line, I will move my stop loss and I'll cover that candle high, this propulsion block high. I'll cover that, just that propulsion block high. So my stop loss will be here, okay, around this area. After 20, 21 second, 20 second. If it can close below this propulsion block, if it doesn't, I will keep my stop loss over there where it was. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Compromised my stop loss here for 5 handle. I don't want to see this propulsion block min threshold now will be broken. That means it should respect the 50% of that candle, that specific candle, or the both of that candle. Honestly, they'll be respected. Why I'm trailing stop loss here so fast? The reason is I took the buy before market closed below this first presented gap, so it's risky. Market can simply reverse from this area to 425 handle, or maybe until this balance president's low. I don't want to take that risk. That's why I'm trailing my stop loss to first according to every level. First, that was the fair value gap, covered that candle which has made this fair value gap by my stop loss. When it has provided me this order block, moved my stop loss just above that order block. When it has provided me the propulsion block, I put my stop loss one tick above that propulsion block. Nobody closed above the min threshold of that consecutive order block. Same thing here. I'm not expecting that this propulsion block 50% will be violated by a body close. I don't want to see that. By the way, this should be like these two candles should be the propulsion block, consecutive propulsion block, but I'll go for the highest one. If it stop me out, I will get stopped out by 5 handle. So from 11 handle to 5 handle, I compromised my stop loss. It doesn't mean you are going to follow the same things. That is my money management. I am afraid of my loss. That's why I trailed my stop loss too fast. I don't like to hold my stop loss for too long when it is low probability. I don't like to hold it for too long. So I trailed my stop loss too fast. I wanna see big move now. As you can see, this is the relatively equal lows here. These lows should be taken. Even if market would love to go higher, they should be taken. These two clean lows, they should be taken. All I just want to say, see, before stopping me out, it will go for this liquidity. Before stopping me out. So that's all I wanna see. When you can trail your stop loss to the break even. If I see unfilled fair value gap, I'll trail my stop loss to the break even. All I need to see an unfilled fair value gap. I'll get an unfilled fair value gap, I'll trail my stop loss to the break even. I believe that until then I'll survive as I'm trailing my stop loss too fast. This is the entry I took depending on the price action. I really would love to see it will work. Maybe it won't reach until this target. It's okay, but at least that 20 handle limit, which is the rejection block here, I hope that it will provide me that 20 handle at least. I don't want to see a weak will take that relatively equal loss. Just weak will take that. I don't want to see. Okay, I want to see body close with a fair value gap over there. Some kind of body close with a fair value gap over there. If I don't get that, I'll trail my stop loss to the break even without the unfilled fair value gap. If I see this candle just close one tick above that line, one tick above that line, I'll trail my stop loss to the break even. Okay, it has closed here. If this candle failed to close above that line, I will put my stop loss. Sorry, if it failed to close above that line, I will put my stop loss still over there, and then I will wait for the next candle. If it close one tick above that line, I'll put my stop loss to the break even, because it can be the fake breakout. One candle take the liquidity, the very next candle come back again into the range, and then it will go higher. It is also possible. So I don't want to see a body close above that line. If it doesn't do that, I will wait for this unfilled fair value gap before trailing my stop loss to see if it can leave this fair value gap unfilled by the very next candle. By the way, if it leave that, I mean, make that unfilled fair value gap, then and only then. So I told you what I will do. It doesn't mean you are going to follow it. Okay. This candle closed here, so I will put my stop loss to the break even now. Because look, took that liquidity, come back again into the range. So I don't feel confident to put my stop loss still over there, because it can be the liquidity taken and now market will go higher. It is also possible. So I don't want to do that. I want to put my stop loss to the break even. Even if I get stopped out, I'm okay with that. I don't want to hold my loss for 5 handle anymore. just didn't cover the 50% of that consecutive order block. Remember, this is the 50% of that consecutive order block, which is the mean threshold. Just if it would love to go higher until the mean threshold, there is a possibility that market will keep going higher. I don't want to take that risk. This order block, propulsion block, mean threshold has been covered by my stop loss. It's really so easy for me when I'm in a trade. I can explain every single candle, but when I'm not in a trade, it's really difficult for me to explaining the price action. Okay, it's really difficult. Anybody can tell me what I'm looking for right now? What exactly I'm looking for? I wasn't reading your comments. Sorry, you guys. I was just watching the price. I'm just waiting for your reply. What I'm looking for right now? Anybody can tell me that? I don't want to see that, Mahdi. To be honest, I don't want to see that, man. Except that what I'm looking for in the price action, man. No, yeah, big move. Obviously, everyone expects the big move, but exactly or specifically what I would love to see right now. Specifically, what I want to see. Markwell Brito. Everyone looks for money, man. I also look for money. Yes, absolutely, absolutely, Sarjay. Absolutely, SK. Absolutely, brother. I'm looking for an unfilled parallel gap. That's all I need. Market can keep taking the liquidity, keep taking the sell side liquidity, and keep going higher. Keep going higher. So all I need an unfilled gap that will help me to trail my stop loss much more lower. 20 handle books target is here. 36 handle. I'll trail my stop loss if I find an unfilled gap here. All I need an unfilled gap. Without an unfilled gap, I can't move my stop loss. Actually, I can move. I can put it here now, just above that candle. Even if I get stopped out, okay. I need an unfilled gap because as you can see here, market is rejecting from the rejection block here. So take that liquidity. Took that liquidity, went higher. Took that liquidity, can reverse now. I don't want to see the reversal. So all I need an unfilled gap here. Around here, okay? Anywhere. I need an unfilled gap. It is difficult to trade in this market because it is the accumulation market, which is called the consolidation. So it's extremely difficult to trade this consolidation market. I have to keep moving the stop loss toward my target so that even if I get chopped up, I can secure some money. That's all. Okay, reach until the propulsion block. Okay, will it stop me out or yeah, I got stopped out. Perfect. I don't want to hold it. As you can see, take that liquidity now. It can reverse for this area. I don't want to take the risk over here because of this accumulation. Okay, so I really don't want to take that risk. As you know, I really would love to keep this one to see that did I get stopped out because of my trailing stop loss or not. I want to see that. Okay, just because of that I'll keep this one. Now you can say, brother, you, for example, this will work. Okay, this will work. So you will say, brother, you trailed your stop loss, you got the loss. Remember, I took that buy and trailed my stop loss to the break even. I hugely, I recovered that loss, that 17 handle loss. I recovered by trailing my stop loss. So I don't care even if it reach until this area because I got my partial and then I took some profit here as well. So yeah, it can happen that it will reach for my target. Still, I'm happy because I trailed my stop loss because it helps me not to take a huge loss. It can simply reverse now. I don't want to get stopped out at the break even or maybe with a little loss. I don't want to get that. Partial taken profit. Cool. Maybe it will work. I don't know. Maybe it will work, but still. By the way, this first presented gap has provided us in the opposite way 20 handle, which where I mean, as per JACT, I should take a partial to the 20 handle. As you can see, this candle has traded that fair value gap and reached until that 20 handle. But I love to see 25 handle at least. Okay, it's 57 likes. Can you please make some more likes? 186 people are watching, I can see. So can you make it little more likes, please? If you want, okay? I mean, there is no force, but yeah, if you want, you can make it little more like. I'll go for more trades today, and yeah, I'll go for more trades today. Can anyone tell me the thing I just marked? What is the importance of that line? Anyone can tell me that? What is the importance of that line? Absolutely, 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 yes, absolutely, brother. If I'm bullish, I don't want to see market will tap to this line. Even it will fail to reach to that line if I'm bullish. If I'm bearish, I want to see a body close below that wick. If I'm bullish, market can touch that line, but body should not close below that line from 15-minute chart. Everything I'm talking, it's all from 15-minute chart. Okay. So if market would love to go higher now, it should not touch that line. Even if it touch that line, the body should not close below that line from 15-minute chart. So that's how I'm gonna use this week, which is called my last fair value gap. A very specific week. That week has taken all of this liquidity and traded a perfect fair value gap. Then this week is gonna be important. So I will observe that week now. Here, that week. If the body closed below that week, that means there is a possibility market will go for that respective respective sell side liquidity, which is here, this low, that low, or this low has taken over here by a shallow run, which is called the obvious liquidity, everything. Actually, I will need this gap only. This is the last fair value gap. That specific line is the last fair value gap. So right now I wanna see, can it give me kind of huge move toward the upper side. If it provide me that, I'll go for buy again. If it keep falling, I will not take that entry anymore as I got stopped out for that sell. I'll just observe this tool over here. Did I get stopped out because of my trailing stop loss too fast? Just observe this line because I already got stopped out here by trailing my stop loss. Body close below this line. No, I told that from 15-minute chart, not from 1 minute chart. It can keep falling, okay, until this consecutive. I mean that 50% of that bullish fair value, not 50% actually, until the low of this bullish fair value gap. Until the low of that bullish fair value gap, it can keep falling. Arif, you are from Bangladesh. Yes, brother, I'm from Bangladesh. Yeah, you can say that, brother, you got punished because you trailed your stop loss. But think about that candle weak. Let me remove this one because it is going to hit the target actually. That candle weak. If this candle wouldn't appeared over here, I was in this trade. I'm already in this trade. But that weak did the damage. It retested that order block, which I didn't want to see. That order block. Remember that order block line? I really didn't want to see that it will retest that order block. My stop loss was just one tick above that candle. The down close candle that week above that candle, my stop loss was over there. And as you can see, it has hit the target. Yeah, did this candle retest that order block one more time? I didn't want to see that because I had this propulsion block over here. Sorry, this propulsion block over there. So even if it reach until the propulsion block, I'm okay with that. But until this order block, I really didn't want to see that. Sometimes shit happens. Sometimes shit happens. Yeah, it reached until this area, but here, see this unfilled fair value gap? I was looking for that unfilled fair value gap here. And after giving the unfilled fair value gap, look at the market. This was that unfilled fair value gap. Now I got stopped out. I agree with you, brother. But just think, that was that unfilled fair value gap. After giving the unfilled fair value gap, look at the price action. That's why I need that unfilled fair value gap. After trading some specific level, I need this gap. This is the gap which is going to give me the confidence. Boom. Something like that. Boom. I wanna see this. This week 50% is not important anymore because it's been broken. Did it done its job? No, sir. I wanna see at least until the low of this bullish fair value gap. At least until the low. Why? Concurrent crosspoint rejection, top rejection. This is left. Do you understand? 50% top, low. This is the three level that should market respect. So I want to see it will come to the low of this fair value gap, and then we will see if it can keep going higher or is it going to reach until this area. This is the first presented gap from Friday here until this gap. When it will come to this first presented gap, I'll start to look for buy again. When it will reach to that line, okay, low, 50% top, low. Now, is it going to fall or it will keep falling? We'll see that. That's why it is the logical level. That low is the logical level of that gap. What is my bias? Not expansion. It should be accumulation. So I'm not thinking that it will keep falling, and take all of this liquidity by today. By today. No, I don't want to see that. Can it do that? 100% it can do that, but I don't want to see that. See this? I have there is a fair value gap over here. I want to see the reaction from that last fair value gap from 15 minute chart. So I'm going to mark that last fair value gap instead of that fair value gap. So here, this is the last fair value gap from 15 minute chart. I want to see that market will respect that fair value gap now, and it will go higher. But before going higher, if it come to this first presented gap from Friday, which is an unfinished business, market didn't touch that first presented gap in Friday. As you can see here, this was the first presented gap. Still, it didn't work. Market didn't touch that gap. So if it come over here, I'll start to look for buy from this first presented gap from Friday. Don't focus on my stopped out because as I told, I trailed my stop loss too fast. But do you understand the logic of that price action, the sell? It was a little risky because look how market has broken this first presented gap. Lot of back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Because it was trying to break this first presented gap. This was my selling opportunity. First sell depending on that first presented gap. Second buy depending on that first presented gap. Third sell depending on the price action. I keep saying that this is the entry depending on that price action. I can I should trail my stop loss too fast because I took my sell above the first presented gap. So it can stop the price, send it higher again. So I don't want to get stopped out with a huge loss. Instead, I would love to trail my stop loss toward the price action. This was the candle which has did the damage. As you can see, it just stopped me out over there, and then boom. If I got that unfilled fair value gap, maybe I'll be able to save myself. But yeah, shit happens sometimes. This is the last month where you will get 50k for my funded futures account by $80. They are going to increase the amount in from the next month. So from after 31st of December, they will increase the money for 50k accounts. If any of you would love to take that my funded futures 50k account, please don't forget to use the code T2 wizard. Okay. I'm waiting for the next opportunity, brother. I'll go for a lot of trades today. So if I find any another setup opportunity, I'll go for that. All I don't want to see, it will go for the sell side liquidity. That's all I don't want to see. It should not be expansion today. It should be accumulation. That means, as you can see, it went too far, fall. It fall too far, it should go higher now. This high and that high, they're the relatively equal highs. That is my intention to see. Can market go for that? I'm not expecting some kind of big fall toward that sell side liquidity. Obviously, it can happen. Obviously, it can fall for the sell side liquidity. I don't want to see that. But before going buy, I want to see if it can reach for this first presented gap from Friday. If it can reach until this gap, I'll be very happy to look for the buy. And what is my intention to say? You have to watch that weekly analysis video. Please watch that on what is happening over there. I have already outlined it in Saturday. What is going to happen? Everything is with my intention right now. You can recheck. Can you help clear that, brother? Thanks in advance. What is your doubt, brother? It will be looking at the back parabol cap and anti parabol cap scalp since all the liquidity has taken above 620. Can you go for buy? I didn't understand. What is your question, SK? Does it have to be in the same order? 50% of parabol cap, top of the parabol cap, and then low of the parabol cap, or it can be in any manner. Any manner. It doesn't need to follow any rules, but consonant consonant rejection, top rejection is the most obvious thing. Okay, I mean something most of the time it happens like this way: consonant consonant rejection, top rejection, or top rejection, consonant consonant rejection. So 50% and top, either way. Okay, it's vice versa. If you are looking for sell, then low rejection, consonant consonant rejection, or consonant consonant rejection, low rejection. If you are looking for sell and you are observing any bearish parabol gap. If you are looking for bullish parabol gap, then 50% rejection, top rejection, 50% rejection. That is the thing that keep happening. But it can happen in any manner, by the way. Guys, can you make it 100 likes? I need 22 more likes, just 22 more likes. Still, there is no bearish parabol gap. When this candle will close, then there will be a bearish parabol gap. As I'm not expecting that it will be a huge expansion day, I'm not expecting this parabolic gap will hold the price and send it lower again. I wanna see it will go higher again. So not something like, not higher means or to the all-time high. Not like that. Accumulation, okay? It will keep doing this type of things. That is my intention right now to see. But I will observe this last parabolic gap as well. Can it hold the price, send it higher? Which is my first intention right now. Not thinking about this sell side liquidity. If this parabolic gap is broken from 50-minute chart, that parabolic gap, then I will start to think about this sell side liquidity. Until then, I'm not interested to look for this sell side liquidity. I don't know where is the stop loss should be. It should be below that candle. Oh, it has closed below this first presented gap. I should close the trade and I should take the sell actually. So I'll close it. I should have taken the sell when it has closed below this parabolic gap. I mean, the way we actually use the first presented gap. When it has closed below this parabolic gap, I should take the sell from that way. Either way, it should work as a inversion gap now. So for 25 handle. So why is 25 handle? Until this 25 handle, it should fall from the low of this parabolic gap until this area. But I was observing that parabolic gap where I should put my stop loss. In the meantime, it has closed below this parabolic gap. It closed below this one. I should close my trade, take a small loss, to resell when it tapped to this first presented gap for 25 MB. We'll observe this parallel gap. If it is broken from 15-minute chart, I'll start to look for this sell side liquidity, that sell side liquidity. If it failed to close below this parallel gap, I'll start to look for buy again. I'll just remove it on first presented gap. I'll remove that on. All I need to see how this candle is going to close. If this candle closed inside of this parallel gap, the best case of scenario, it should close above the constant crossment. If it can close above the constant crossment from 15-minute chart, I'll start to look for buy again. I'm not interested to look for sell if and only if the body can close below this parallel gap. If the body close below this parallel gap, then I will start to think about the sell. Otherwise, I'm looking for buy. I'm not interested to look for sell anymore. Selling is done for me. I'm done for selling. That is the best case of scenario, SK, but I don't need that one because of the narrative. Narrative is much more stronger comparing with all of the rules, because narrative is telling me I should look for buy now. It should be accumulation, not the expansion. Okay, if it keep falling, that seems like the expansion, right? I don't want to see that expansion. I need accumulation. That means market went higher, this is the fall, so market should come back again around this area, around here. Okay, I will observe this gap first, that gap. If body close above the 50% of that gap, the very next gap is gonna be my entry opportunity. I will go for every possible trade today with trailing stop loss, every possible trade. The very next gap, I will take the buy, will cover this gap, just this gap, I'll cover that gap. So if it can make a gap here, I'm gonna take the buy from that gap. Market is going to cover, sorry, stop loss is going to cover this gap. I guess I'll take the buy from that area, 50% of that gap. So it will be here. That entry was depending on that first presented gap, and this entry is going to be according to the price action. It should work as a breakaway gap. Whenever I see this thing, I keep calling the name of SK trades. This is that trade. Okay, I want to see the body, how the market is going to work with this gap. So I saw that market even didn't interested to trade this gap. The very next gap is my entry opportunity from a very specific level. It's a very specific level. So I want to take the buy from the very next fair value gap until a certain level. We'll see about that. Maybe until this gap, or if I see any kind of relatively equal highs, or maybe until the 50-minute bearish fair value gap 50%. We'll see. Look over there. But first, I want to take the entry from this gap. I should take the entry from the top of this gap, but as the stop loss is gonna be too big, so I want to take that risk. Would love to take the entry from the 50% of that second gap or the entry gap. See, tap to this gap, I should be in the market already. But as the stop loss is gonna be too big, I wanna try to catch the entry from the 50% of that gap. So what else can happen? Maybe I'll miss this trade. It is also possible. Little more, little more, little more. Don't. More, little more, little more, little more. Come on. Good, good boy, good boy, good boy. So I'll take the partial over there if it provides me the entry opportunity. So that will be my partial, which is 21 handle, and I'll close my trade to this gap, to that specific gap until this 31 handle. Stop loss is 16 handle. I will go for every possible trade opportunity today, not something like taking one entry and down for the day, not something like that. As it is the accumulation, it should be the accumulation day. So I wanna use every opportunity today. And by the way, this is the low probable day. You have watched that weekly analysis video, so you already know that. Don't wanna see any kind of reaction from this gap. This gap is very much important for me. I don't want to see any kind of reaction from that gap. This gap and this gap, both of them are the same gap. So let me actually change the color for this gap as well. These two gap are the same gap, so I don't want to see any kind of reaction from those gap. I mean from this gap actually. Should not close below the constant crossment of this gap. That means the 50% of that gap, it should not close below that line. Got stepped out, will keep falling, or if it can close above this gap again, I will take rebuy again, because I can get stopped out because of my trailing stop loss. Just before that, I want to see the body is going to close below this 50% or not. If the body doesn't close below this 50%, I'll go for that rebuy again and hold for trade for so long. The market is volatile. I have nothing to do without trail. I mean, putting the very tight stop loss. Body close below this fair value cap. Not interested to take entry from this setup anymore. Brother, you are going against the trend. I'm going against the trend because I don't want to see this trend is gonna keep falling, keep falling, keep falling. It should reverse now. If you want to take entry, wait for the perfect setup, market structure shift, fair value gap, something like that. Otherwise, don't push the button all of these possibilities. Wow. Even S&P has taken the sell side liquidity already. This week, the high probable trade opportunity is Wednesday and Thursday only. Monday, Tuesday, and Friday should not be overtraded because that area is low probability. Market can just make you full, make me full over here. Monday, Tuesday, and Friday. If the 50-minute candle close below this fair value gap, I will start to look for sell for this sell side liquidity and that sell side liquidity. The 15-minute candle will close around 11:14 in 11:59. So the 11:59 candle, if that close below this fair value gap, then maybe I will start to look for sell. Otherwise, I'm still looking for buy. In the meantime, whoever is looking for sell, please go for that because market can take that sell side liquidity. It can take that sell side liquidity. It can keep falling. So obviously, it can do that. I'm just not interested. Let's see if the body can close above this fair value gap. I'm gonna take the buy from the inversion fair value gap. Let me close this one. Otherwise, people will think that I'm doing overtrade today. Today, I told that I will go for every opportunity. Every single opportunity I'll go for that. This is the lowest fair value cap for the inversion gap. This is the lowest fair value gap. So I'm interested about this gap as my inverse gap. Buy will be invalidated if the candle to that line close below the fair value gap over here. If it close below this fair value gap, that candle in that line, then the buying will be invalidated for me. Otherwise, I will keep looking for buy, only buy. Next candle. I will see the next candle how that is going to close, because the next candle is the 15-minute candle last close, last minute candle. So if the next candle close below this fair value gap, I will start to think that market is going for those sell side liquidity. If the next candle close inside this gap, I will be still looking for buy. So this candle, if this candle close inside this gap, I'll keep looking for buy. 15-minute candle close below this fair value gap. So I can start to look for sell for this sell side liquidity or that sell side liquidity. I can start to look for that. I'm just not interested because I'm not expecting the expansion, so I'll let all of them go. Instead, if I get this as a fake breakout, one candle close below the last fair value gap, the very next candle come back again inside this fair value gap and closed over there, then I'll be happy and I will keep looking for the buy. If it keep falling, I'm not interested to take that sell. Whoever is interested to take the sell, please go for that and be profitable. I appreciate that. Okay, I will not take the sell. But you can say why is that? Because the narrative should not keep falling. So I'm not interested to take the sell. Simple. According to the rules, I should look for sell now. That means market structure shift, fair value gap, trade that fair value gap, call for this sell side liquidity, then this sell side liquidity. I'm just not going to take this one. I'll just outline it because it is called the expansion, which I'm not expecting today. So I won't go for this sell. I'll just use this candle here. See how does it look like. So wherever the fair value gap will be, maybe here until this area. I'm not going to take that on, okay? But according to the price action, when the last fair value gap is broken from 15-minute chart, it should go for the next sell side liquidity. But narrative is telling me it should not be kind of expansion, so I'm not going to take this one. And if it has taken this sell side liquidity and this sell side liquidity by today, in CPI, I will expect the expansion toward the upper portion. I will start to look for the high run by CPI. This thing will be clear if you have watched the weekly analysis video. I really didn't want to see this sell side liquidity will be taken by today. I wanted to see this is going to be taken by tomorrow. That means by Tuesday. But it is what it is. According to the price action, we should go for the sell from this area because we have the market structure shift here. I'm just not going to take that on. That's all. Now maybe it will fall from there and take that sell side liquidity. Maybe, okay. Maybe some of you would love to go for that. Please go for that. I will not go for that. Even if it works, I'll be very happy. Okay, it worked. According to price action, it closed below the last fair value gap. This is the entry fair value gap after market structure shift. Fair value gap traded. Market fall for this sell side liquidity. Perfect. It has provided me 2700. I'm happy with that. I'm just not going to take this one because according to the narrative, I should look for buy only. No sell is valid for me. So this candle can be the fake breakout candle. Now the next candle can reverse again and closed inside this gap. So my narrative is telling me you should not go for the sell. I'm not going for the sell. But it can happen and it can simply take that sell side liquidity. You all will be profitable. I am not going to take that sell. That's all, brother. I hope that my side is clear. Whoever would love to take the sell, go for that. I will let this go. Stop loss was good. 16 handle stop loss. Not bad. High stop loss, body close candle, order block. This that trend line liquidity. This that real liquidity. I don't like to mark that trend line liquidity, but it was too much clean. So I marked that trend line liquidity. Actually, I don't mark them. I love to mark this line. That is the real liquidity, in my opinion. This that trend line liquidity here. See this line? That line is this line. They're the same line. According to the support and resistance price action, I should take the buy from there. It's a strong support. I should go for the buy from that support zone. According to the retail trader, a strong support, as you can see here. Let me show you this. Get this trend line. Tap to this support. Should go for the buy side now. But I believe that it will be broken. And my next liquidity level is here. We'll see how it is going to work. Oh, by the way, we have actually another fair value gap over there. How can I miss this one? How can you miss this one, brother? How can you miss this one? Are you kidding me? It is going to take all the liquidity by today. What it will do tomorrow? What it will do tomorrow? Trust me, man. I didn't want to see all of these things is going to happen by today because we have CPI in Wednesday. I wanted to see that this is all going to happen around Tuesday, and in Wednesday I will get the run toward the side. So whatever is going to happen today by today and tomorrow, CPI is gonna give me the direction depending on Monday and Tuesday. It's okay. It's actually doing all of the things I was. This is all expected, brother. Please watch the weekly analysis. So I just wanted to see this is going to happen by tomorrow. It is happening by today. That's the difference. The reaction, the rejection, everything was expected. No news, nothing. Today we have nothing. This expansion is like very weird to me. What expansion? Look at that 50% of that two standard deviation exactly reversed from that area. Oh man. If it was Tuesday, I would get lot of profit over here. As it is not Tuesday, I am just missing everything over here. Badak. That was that obvious liquidity has been taken. Remember this obvious liquidity? Everything has been taken. Actually, I never put my stop loss that much long, but as I would love to catch until this area, I'm not trailing my stop loss. Okay, just because of that, I'm not trailing my stop loss. Otherwise, my stop loss would just wanting below that fair value gap right now. But I want to catch this run until this last fair value gap. That's why I'm not moving my stop loss. I'll move my stop loss with the something that is must. If I see something like that, then I'll move my stop loss. Otherwise, I'll it this market will come back again and stop me out. I'll be happy with that. But I'm writing everything, even if I'm not talking, but I'm writing everything. For example, I want to see speed. I mean, when market is inside this gap. In the meantime, I want to see this will be traded. It should be traded. If it is not traded, I should not trail my stop loss until market reach until this buy side liquidity, which is almost 64 handle. So after taking that buy side 64 handle, then it will come back again and stop me out. I don't want to get that. So that's why if it can take this one, I'll trail my stop loss. Even if it is not traded. This gap is not traded, still I'll trail my stop loss. So far market has provided me 42 handle. Are you kidding me? That was huge. Why market is struggling to break that gap? Because it should trade that lower gap, which I write it down. It should be traded. Guys, if you give me one more likes, it's gonna be 100 likes. Trust me. If you give me one more likes, it's gonna be okay. Sorry, it's already all 100 likes. So thank you so much, man. Okay, okay, okay. Oh man, 46 handle. By the way, anybody like the chili sauce for cooking? I don't know what happened to me. I just bought the chili sauce. What is it called? What is it called? Molho piri piri, actually. I bought it and I just eat it. I mean, how to say? I mean, like, I just eat it, okay? Without anything. I put some on my hand and then I keep eating that. Why is that? Is that a psychological problem, by the way? I love to eat that. It's too spicy, but I love to eat that. Oh, you can have an idea. I mean, you can ask me a question why I put a limit buy order over there. So you can have that question on your mind, brother. Why you tried to take an pyramid entry over here? So some of you can think that because this is the weak 50%, so I wanted to take the buy from there. No, sir. I was looking for this inversion gap. So I just make it clear. So if you have any type of, I mean, confusion, it will be clear over here. Okay, this is the lowest gap. Market trade that gap, took the liquidity this low has taken and some other low has been taken over here. So that is the inverse gap. I wanted to take the entry much more precise way. So until that 50%, which is almost the 50% of that inverse gap. So I wanted to catch that pyramid entry from that area, not because it is the 50% of that week. Okay. So it can be your question. So that's why uh, I just cleared that. Okay. By the way, anybody has had this that question and thought the way I explained? I wanted to take the buy because it is the weak 50%. Or I was thinking like you are thinking like that way. Hey Manu, how are you, brother? I don't see your name this month. I mean these days. You are already disappeared. Hmm. Okay. We traded inside an old new day opening gap. As I don't have that new day opening gap, either that gap has been invalidated or that gap is less than 10 handle. Any of them happened over there, brother. I guess. Otherwise, it should be there. I love to keep the New York opening gap and New Day opening gap for too long. As it is not over there, that means either that is less than 10 handle or that is actually invalidate. I mean, more than 1 week, I guess. Oh, okay. You are busy with your work. That's cool, man. AJ, can you tell me, is that less than 10 handle? This gap, that gap, new day opening gap you're talking about, is that less than 10 handle? Yeah, brother, it's less than 10 handle. That's why I didn't mark it. I mean, I don't want to use that gap for my direction. But obviously, you should keep that in your chart because it has a lot of it needs a lot of strength to break that new day opening gap. Eventually, I believe that it will be broken. But yeah, before breaking that new opening gap, it can do a lot of struggle over there. And obviously, that new opening gap can send the price lower as well. But my stop loss is at the break even. So I'm not worrying about that at all. Narcissism is a part of enjoyment. Someone by injuring himself, someone by watching horror movies, someone by eating chili sauce named Giri Giri, whatever you call it. Oh man, don't say that I'm a psychopath. I don't know why, but I love chili. But this time I just bought this, I mean, 5 to 6 bottle. I don't remember. I mean, 5 to 6 bottle, I guess. I have already finished two bottle. How much in one bottle? Let me check actually. 200 milliliter is one bottle. So, Tabasco. I mean, I bought Tabasco and Firi Firi, both of them. Tabasco has finished. The first bottle was the Tabasco, and the second bottle was the Piri Piri. Rest of the bottle are the Piri Piri. I thought it's more spicy. That's why I bought this one instead of Tabasco. But Tabasco is more spicy actually. Bros B is my break even is my target profit. Okay, you took sell. Perfect, brother. If you get like profit $85, I'll get no, sorry, I mean, if you get your profit, I'll get stopped out to the break even. I didn't trail my stop loss because I believe that it should trade this gap. This gap should be traded before expanding higher. That's why I didn't trail my stop loss. Otherwise, my stop loss would be below this 50% of that fair value gap. At the end of the day, I believe that it's gonna take that buy side liquidity, at least this buy side liquidity, and trade that fair value gap. So this is my belief. Let's see, brother. Either way, both of us will be profitable, right? Yep. I mean, with the fries, it's cool, but I love to eat it like without anything. So yeah, CEO Aluk, brother, why is your stop loss? SI0ALUWKJKS019. What is your stop loss, brother? You should try the one shot. You will love it. Rakesh, where I will get that? I mean, exactly where I will be able to find that shot. Stop loss break even. Where did you take the entry, brother? What is the line you took the entry? I mean, you took the sell, right? As you told that this is your target profit. So that means you took the sell. Though, where did you take the sell, brother? No, you didn't take the sell. I mean, oh, okay, you are in long. Perfect, brother. Oh, okay. So both of us are long. Let's see. Let's push the market, brother. Let's push the market to the upper side. Let's see, brother. I just can't move my stop loss just because I'm expecting this will be traded. So I have to wait a little bit. Either it will hit that line, that green line, or it will, before hitting this green line, it will hit this fair value gap. After hitting this fair value gap, if it go one tick above that candle, which is the highest candle so far, I'll trail my stop loss. Otherwise, I'll keep that stop loss over here as I'm trying to catch a huge run over here until that run, okay, which is 344 ticks. I guess it's 86 handle, something like that. If I'm not wrong, it should be 86 handle. Are you talking about this fair value gap, brother? This is the fair value gap over here. This one, the last fair value gap to that specific leg before after taking all the liquidity. That was the last fair value gap. So that is that fair value gap. Let's see if it can trade this fair value gap now. It should be traded, by the way. I mean, in my opinion, it should be traded. So after trading this gap, it should keep going higher. We'll see. You should try harissa Arabian chili sauce. Brother, I am in Portugal actually. I don't know I will be able to find them or not. So if it is available in Portugal, let me know. So it has been traded. Perfect. Now let me check. I mean, let me see if it can hold the price and can it provide the speed now. Speed toward the upper portion or upper side for that buy side liquidity. Can it go for that? But before going over there, it can be violated a little bit, this gap, though I don't want to see that, but it can be little violated. I really don't want to see that, to be honest. There is an international competition, and whoever is able to eat more chili sauce is the winner. Some kind of those chili sauces could kill normal people. European hot sauce award and Mr. Chili awards. I didn't know that. Is it a joke or are you serious, Mahdi? Maybe come back to 5 minute inversion fair gap, which is also level of 50% fair gap level. What do you think? I don't use 5 minute chart, brother. I really don't know where is it actually. Yeah, it can fall little bit as there is no unfinished business. That was the order block that has been traded over here. Still, my stop loss covered the order block. I don't think so that it will come back again for this order block. But yeah, obviously it can reach for that order block one more time. As all you can see here, if I go to 2 minute chart, it will be much more cleaner for you. As you can see over here, this is that order block has been traded over here. There is another fair value gap over there, which is inside this gap. So it can reach for this gap one more time from 2 minute chart. But to be honest, I don't want to see that. I want to see it will keep going higher, and at least it will take that line, that green line, and finally it will reach here, actually there. So that is my intention to see. Market will go for that. But obviously it can fall, and yeah, we'll see. We'll see. This fair value gap can be little violated. I mean, like 1 2 3 candle will go below this fair value gap, then it will go higher again. Most importantly, sorry, if you ask me what I want to see, I want to see it will hold the price. Nobody will close below this gap. Body can close below the constant and constant, nothing is wrong, but nobody should close below this fair value gap. still it will show me the speed toward the buy side liquidity. That is I want to see because I'm in long, you know, as I'm in this trade. So that's all I want to see. But yeah, it can be violated little bit. We'll see. But most importantly, I want to see the speed now. See, it's written wanna see speed. I want to see the speed here. That kind of this type of candle. See this type of. I want to see this type of candle. Are you asking about this low, brother? I mean, you are thinking that this low will be taken, minor low. If you think that, I'll start to cry because I'm in this trade. So I really don't want to see this low will be taken. Like, to be honest, I don't want to see this is going to be taken all. I mean, one more time, as this low has taken all the liquidity. See, all of this liquidity, all of these things, everything has been taken by that line or that low. Everything has been taken. So if it take that low one more time, it is going to take that sell side liquidity and reaching for this hourly bullish parallel cup. I don't want to see that. I want to see it will go higher. As it is 11:30, I'm not interested to push any more button. But as I'm in this trade, I want to hold it until it reach to my level or hit me to the break even. Wait for that. I bring Harisha from Morocco and is very, very good. Somebody has subscribed. Who is that? Rafael, I guess. If I were normally I were trading, I would get a stop lot here. By that specific candle, I already got a stop lot over there. As I'm holding my trade for so long, I didn't move my stop loss at all, as you can see. So we'll see if it can now go higher or not because it has reached until the level it should reach, that fair value gap, which is important to me, that gap. So can it go higher now? There is nothing left over here. No job left over here. It should keep going higher now. Let me mark the inverse gap as well. This move. No, I'm serious. Google those competition, Mr. Chile Awards and European Hot Sauce Awards. Okay, I'll look for them. I'm in Portugal, brother. I think that liquidity was taken with that last parallel gap. Hope not that low. I believe so, brother. I also hope that it's not gonna that much lower. I hope so. Let's see. Let me check what is happening in 15-minute chart. Think serious from 15-minute chart as well. Nothing serious in even in Nasdaq as well. Nothing is telling me that it should fall. So let's wait for the best. I mean, let's hope for the best. This down close body close candle should work as an order block. This time I'm gonna trail my stop loss below that low. So here I'll put my stop loss over here as it has made another order block over there. So I trail my stop loss as I'm holding my trade for so long. This is the right time to trade. I mean, trail the stop loss. Before falling, I didn't know how far it will fall, but now I have a barrier over there. Now, if this candle can close above that candle, this whole will be the consecutive order block. If it closes around this area, this is gonna be my consecutive order block, and I wanna see this type of candle inside this gap. Remember, I talked about this. I want to see this type of candle here. I want to see this here now. One candle, another candle will should go through this fair value gap now. I want to mark a line over there, which is the mean threshold of that bearish order block, which should be broken and which has been broken already one time here. So fake breakout can't happen twice as it has happened already. I believe this mean threshold of that order block will be broken now and market will go for this buy side liquidity. Want to see some kind of unfilled fair value gap because this candle closed above this consecutive order block. So let me mark this order block here. Want to see some kind of unfilled fair value gap. Now this is not the real order block. The real order block is over there, but this is kind of order block which is also valid to trail the stop loss. I want to see this gap will be unfilled now. I'm not going to mark it. You should like write it down like this way here, unfilled. If this candle failed to close this fair value gap 100%, then it will be validated as an unfilled gap. Otherwise it's not validated. Okay. So here that is that fair value gap that should be traded. It has been traded. Now this gap should hold the price. This unfilled gap should hold the price. Let's see. But if this candle 100% close this unfilled gap, I will start to look for another unfilled gap. It has closed this gap 100%. I will wait for another candle that will be unfilled, something like that. In the meantime, if I get stopped out over here, I'm okay because I have already taken the partial long time ago. If you forgot about that, that was the partial area. I took the partial already. This is my next contract which is actually running. So my stop loss is here. This gap should not be broken. I want to see this type of candle will go through this gap. That's all I want to see. In the meantime, it will make an unfilled gap. I'm totally not happy to see this type of reaction. My mind is telling me to put the stop loss below that low. I'm not going to do that. This is that consecutive order block over here. If you just mark the high and the low of that consecutive order, this is the mean threshold. Now if I go for this, still this is the mean threshold of the lowest down push or the most sensitive order block reached until the mean threshold of that order block. Can it go higher or not? This is the most sensitive one, but the real consecutive order block is over here. Fake breakout, one candle close below, the next candle keep going higher. So I don't want to see any other body close below this red line. Next, one more time. I don't want to see that. I want to see it will keep going higher. Not no interest to fall little bit. No interest at all. I'm going to remove this one, but you can keep that line over there. The next body will close above that line. It can use one more time as a support before going higher. If it can go one tick above that line, I will trail my stop loss again because that is the most obvious liquidity right now. That high. I don't want to see that. It will go and take that high, then it will reverse again. See this candle and right. Look at over here. I want to see speed. Here I didn't get that speed because market has some unfinished business. That gap should be traded. It has been traded. I want to see the speed now. If I don't get that type of speed here, that means that trail your stop loss. Trail your stop loss, brother. I'm not going higher. Respected that mean threshold of that order block. So I'm not going higher again. I'm falling. Trail your stop loss. Something like that. It's a clear sign that trail your stop loss. So I have actually nothing to do. When I'm seeing this type of reaction, I should have trailed my stop loss. I have no other way. This is the propulsion block. So it should hold the price. The same way we outlined that sell, remember? This is the same way I'm observing this propulsion block and that order block, both of them. I need this speed that will go through this fair value gap. That means candle will close above that fair value gap with that speed. Then it will retest this gap. There is nothing wrong. But body should close above this fair value gap with speed move. Not like this. Okay, it's really very dangerous. Very, very dangerous. This type of candle. So wanna see boom, then body close above that fair value gap. If it I don't get it, it's a clear sign, trail your stop loss, trail your stop loss, trail your stop loss. I don't have the opportunity here to look for the market structure shift because I don't have the higher time frame here. Okay, SK. I don't have the higher time frame here. Nothing here. So I can't look for the 22 YT model over there. That means new buy I'm not able to take because I don't have the higher time frame PDRA over here. I had the higher time frame PDRA over here, which is the last gap, but here nothing. So I can't look for the 22 YT model over there. The body has closed above this fair value gap. See, this body has closed. That is the sign, trail your stop loss. Put it at least below this gap. That gap, even if it would love to trade this gap one more time, no. I don't want to see this will be unfilled now. Okay, this gap should work as an unfilled gap now. Something like that. What is this gap? This is actually the measuring gap or the 50% gap, which is going to determine the bias. This is that type of gap. Here, this gap. If you mark from here to here, which is actually, let me show here to there, this is that 50%, and around this 50%, this is that 50% gap. That gap is going to determine the bias. Is it falling or is it going higher? This is that gap. So I really want to see this gap should be unfilled now. All I want to see a body close above that line. This is the mean threshold of that bearish order block. I won't be able to see that this is holding the price and sending the price lower again. So that's why I kept that line over there. But I want to see it will be broken and market will close above that line, which is the real liquidity level. And then this buy side liquidity. I wanted to see this type of run toward that fair value gap. I mean, no bear candle. As you see, I mean, I didn't get the one candle, but still, can you see the bullishness here? What a bullishness over there. Something like that. See this line, that bearish candle, sorry, that bullish candle 50% is holding the price. I don't like it. I want to see it will be broken. Why it is holding the price? I don't like it at all. It should reach for this buy side liquidity. Why it is respecting that line? It should not respect that line. It has already left the sign that I'm gonna be broken. See this line? Fake breakout, confirmation of the breakout. It has already left the sign. Why it is holding that? Please don't hold it. Go through it. Go through that. Go through that. It has no business which is unfinished over here. No business at all. So that it should come back again and trade something here. No, it doesn't have anything. It should keep going higher. Why it is wasting the time? Because of the macro 11:50 12:10 macro. It is wasting little time for the macro. The top of the hour, it can provide you the run. I wish I won't get stopped out by that specific run. Though I will trail my stop loss, but I really don't want to get stopped out. See, I have already covered some profit over here. It's not small. After taking the partial, I have already covered near about 23 handle, something like that. And right now, market is providing me 46 handle. Don't believe me? 48 handle. Is that enough for being profitable? I think so. 900 60 $960 if you go for one contract. $960, more than enough for being profitable. By the way, anybody took this entry? Just curious to know. 113 likes. Thank you so much, guys, for at least providing me 113 likes. Thank you so much. I really love to all of you. 9,082 subscriber. Wow, that was awesome. I just need 18 more subscriber to get 9,100 subscriber. Thank you so much, guys, who have subscribed to our channel. I really appreciate that, man. So finally, it has closed above that line. I'm cool to see that, but not able to trail my stop loss until it hit that blue line. Sorry, that green line. Until it doesn't hit that green line, I'm not able to move my stop loss. So I will wait to see if it can hit that green line. This high, that high, relatively equal highs, which is also buy side liquidity. So now wait a little bit to see if it can hit that green line or not. Going to remove this line because it's broken already. So I believe that that has no importance anymore. So can it go for the buy side liquidity now? I'm expecting I will reach to 15-minute fair value gap. What do you think? What is the 15-minute fair value gap? There? Brother, I'm thinking the same way, brother. 100% I'm thinking the same way. I don't want to see this type of extension today. So I'm only interested in the reversal now. Just the reversal. Because of the narrative, market should not keep falling. So even if it doesn't reach until this gap, it's okay. But it should go toward that line. Okay, I got one guy. He's with me in this trade. Andre. Hey Andre, thank you so much, brother, for giving me some courage to hold this trade. Thank you so much, man. By the way, where is your target profit, Andre? Just let me know. Okay, DV, you are also in this trade. Just let me know where is you guys put your target. Let me know your target, okay? It has made this relatively equal highs, new relatively equal highs. This is the reaction to the top of the hour. Okay, remember, top of the hour can do some kind of manipulation. I mean, the Judas swing. So I'm not worrying about this still. I want to see it will go higher, and this parallel gap will work as a support now. Stop loss is just below this gap, that should be unfilled. This gap should be unfilled. So my stop loss is just going to be below that gap, one tick below that gap. Okay, okay, I am too. Thank you, no problem. But I closed it after 30 points. That's good, man. I mean, you don't need to hold that for 80 handle. I'm just doing it just for fun. Otherwise, you know that my trade has gone long ago. I love to stop my trading after 20-25 handle. I'm just doing it for fun, nothing else. Oh, okay. Super. Let's go, man. Let's go. At least, okay. I'll put it over here because I have to close the stream, so I'll put it over there. Okay. Because I have to close the stream. Still, it's not small. Something like 6400. I have to close the stream. That's why I'm just putting it over there. Wanna see body close above that line so that I can trail my stop loss below this candle. In the meantime, I wanna see some kind of fair value gap over there. That should be unfilled, something like that. Actually, I'm not holding it for so long. I wanna put it over there now. It's been a long. I'm in this trade, so it's like 49 minutes. I'm in this trade for 49 minutes. So I wanna, let's see if it can hit the target profit or if it give me the stopped out. Okay, bro, saying that you need to close your trade. Thank you saying. Okay, okay. Stopped me out here. So I'm done. But this is the new sales that buy side liquidity has made. Have this buy side liquidity. I believe that they will be taken. By side, okay, they will be taken. Maybe after trailing, I mean trading a little bit over here, retest this order block, then it will go higher. After retesting this, it will go higher. But I believe that it will take that buy side liquidity. But I wanna close the stream right now. I have to pray. Just because I don't want to hold it, so I trade my stop loss. So guys, thank you so much for being over here. I hope that it was a little insightful. I mean, yearly close candle, brother, it's gonna be affected from 17th of December until 17th of December. I believe that it's safe to trade until 17th of December. So from 17th of December to first week of February is the highly risky area to trade. It's just my opinion, okay? So I see the market like that way. So I can be wrong, but yeah, it's okay. Thank you so much, guys, for being over here. And I believe that we'll meet tomorrow. Again, remember, tomorrow is the lowest probable day to trade because of CPI. Today is also low probability, but tomorrow is the lowest probable day to trade for this week only because the day after tomorrow is CPI. So be careful. Even if you want to trade, make sure that you're not over trading. If you get one winning trade, cool. If you don't get one winning trade, stop trading over there. Okay. This is the lunch hour. I'm not interested to trade this hour at all. So thank you so much for yeah, we'll meet tomorrow. Okay. Until then, cheers guys.